Alright guys, let's face it, cute sells. If you're going to have a group of characters, you have to have at least that one that emphasizes vulnerability and childlike innocence. In fact, that's what many baby and kid characters do to present themselves in order to grab the audience, and the next thing they know, they suddenly have less money in their wallets and have merchandising of the character in their hands. A good example that I could think about that I already talked about would have to be Pussyfoot. You know, that cute little kitten next to Mark Anthony. But if there is one character whose cuteness equals to his popularity, it would have to be that little canary, Tweety. As we all remember him as that tweet little bird in a gilded cage, Tweety always has to find many ways to save his life from Sylvester, outwitting him to make sure that he doesn't become breakfast. However, sometimes a little help from Granny would be much appreciated.
Putty Tat.
In the beginning, Bob Clampett had an idea of a character based on a picture of himself as a naked baby he would usually see on his mom's piano. The character would be this tiny baby bird that would share physical characteristics to an infant, but the only catch would be that he would have absolutely no mercy whatsoever.
Jesus Christ! I warned you!
With the premiere of his cartoon on November 21st, 1942 with A Tale of Two Kitties, the bird proved to be a really likable character with audiences. He was originally called Orson when the crew was making the tune, but then he was officially given his true name Tweety in his second cartoon, the 1944 Birdie and the Beast. But then, when 1946 rolled along, Clampett quit Warner Brothers, leaving a few projects behind unfinished. One of which would be about a bird and cat chasing each other, and Friz Freleng decided to take this as the perfect opportunity to try out Clampett's Tweety character with a black and white cat he created. But trying to make that happen is easier said than done. Originally, the heads at Warner Brothers wanted to have a woodpecker from 1945's Peck Your Troubles to be the star, but Freleng had to fight his way in order to make Tweety the bird of choice, which he ultimately won. The big difference between Clampett's and Freleng's Tweety is that Friz's version is a lot more innocent and given a cuter appearance for the audience to root for him more. The first time that the cat and bird got together was in Tweety's fourth cartoon, the 1947 Tweety Pie, which ended up being so successful that it actually won the Looney Tunes their first Oscar. Since then, Tweety and Sylvester were a dynamic duo, appearing in a total of 42 cartoons together during the Golden Age, with their last cartoon of the time being Hawaiian Ai in 1964, and almost all of which done by Friz Freleng. Not only that, but during that time, they even got a couple of additional recognitions from the Academy Awards, including a nomination for 1955's Sandy Claus and another Oscar for 1957's Birds Anonymous. After the cartoons, Tweety's cuteness would literally pay off, since he would be the subject of tons of Looney Tunes merchandising. On top of that, Tweety would go make many appearances, including showing a little of that original merciless side in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, be one of the stars of the Sylvester and Tweety mysteries, and have his own direct-to-video movie in 2000, Tweety's High-Flying Adventure. In 2011, Tweety would be featured in the computer-animated short I Taw to Putty Tat, based on the hit 1950 song of the same name, that would be shown in front of Happy Feet 2 and would feature archival recordings of Mel Blanc and June Foray. But whether we see him entirely helpless or can fend off for himself, we will all know his classic call whenever a Putty Tat comes and trouble will be brewing.
I taw a Putty Tat. You did taw a Putty Tat.
See ya, see you later, dude!